So my job closed 2 weeks before the government put the state on lockdown. And at first I was like, oh, this is great. I get to stay home and play video games all day. Except that, well, I was sick of Destiny. Ever since they started doing Armor 2.0, I started getting a little discouraged with this game. Among other things. Well, why do I need a mod for ammo? It's like you got to put a find ammo mod on your helmet, and then there's no room for anything else. I don't understand that. It's like I'd like to use these other helmets, but the stats aren't high enough for me to bother modding them, so I'm stuck wearing that helmet. So I guess it's just not my destiny to play Destiny 2 right now, or for a while. Take a little break. Now, Fallout 4 was always my go-to game when I was kind of in between video games. I love Fallout 4, but, you know, I've done everything in the game like twice, at least twice, if not more. Also, if you ever notice that there's no backpacks and there's no weapons, they don't have their weapons on their person, which I just think is strange. Ever since I played Outward, I have this thing about backpacks. And Skyrim is another great game. You know, they have levels, they have character creation, but the levels aren't too bad. And then I thought, oh, Red Dead Redemption, this is it. It's new, it's out on PC now. It's a Rockstar game. But I just couldn't get into it for some reason. It's like I had to go online too much to figure stuff out, and you know, I'll come back to this game, I'm sure, but for some reason I couldn't get into it, which is strange because usually, you know, Rockstar games are great for taking up multiple hours in a day. You can see I have all these games, and I've at least finished these games, if not played them twice, except Max Payne 3. I didn't get into that one. Then I got my driving games, like Saints Row 2 is an amusing game, you know, it's fun, but it's not something I can get lost in, you know. And Nico Bellic, I love Nico Bellic. No levels in GTA games, except online. Online has levels, but it's not a big focus on it. And they do have character creation in the online version. You don't have to play one of the set characters in the online version. I even reinstalled Mad Max, which is actually a good game, but I was just like kind of desperate, like looking for something I could lose some hours in. Max Payne is a really good game. You have to know that it is a brawler. It's like Batman Arkham style brawler, which is fine if you're into that. Because I don't remember Max Payne from the movies being much of a brawler. He'd like shoot you or he'd run you over. I got an AMD processor last year, and they gave me this game, Division 2. So it's not a game I would have bought on my own, but it's got good character creation. It's pretty good, you know. And I liked the game more than I thought I would. You know, it's not too bad. You can't drive any of these vehicles. And I did have to get a Ubisoft launcher account. It wasn't like the game was free through Steam. It was like, we're going to give you this game, but you got to get it through Uplay. So then I got the launcher with that. And this is a pretty good game. I like this game, but it's not a game where I can just like do hours and hours and hours of play. It's like I come in, I do a mission or two, I take care of some things, and then, you know, I'm kind of done for the day. It does have backpacks, you know. She does have the weapons on her, you know, which is pretty cool. But you can see here that the weapons all have levels. So you level up, and then you got to level up your gear, which is, you know, I guess some people think that's fun. But I do like the character, and you know, I like the game, and it has backpacks. Did I mention I really like backpacks? So I searched online for games that have character creation, and this game popped up, which is Ghost Recon Wildlands. And I was like, I've seen this on my, now that I have a Ubisoft launcher, you know, I've seen it on there. And so I was like, well, maybe this is a good game. I don't know. Let me check it out. I was like, maybe it's like Division 2, except that it's open world. So this is a demo. It's a trial version. You know, they don't give you your money back on digital downloads like Steam and Epic do. They'll give you a trial, which is okay. You get 6 hours on the trial, which is pretty good. It's better than the 2 hours that Steam and Epic give you. And then I thought, well, wait, if this has character creation, maybe the new one, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, also has character creation. So I just wanted to kind of see, because I probably would have got this game. What you're looking at here is the demo version. You know, I have about an hour in the demo version on this game. I didn't actually end up buying this one. I went with Breakpoint because of the graphics and because it's a newer game. And they do have character creation. So I was happy about that. It's not super in depth, but you know, you can pick your character. The other thing about Breakpoint is that you can change your appearance at any time, which is great if you want to like do some war paint and you're not stuck with it like forever. They also have these two versions, a regular version, which is like Division 2, and immersive, which they added in when Ghost Recon fans complained, and it has no gear level. And once I saw that, I was like, oh my god, they made this game for me. This is my game. So I downloaded the trial, and I played it nonstop for like 3 hours, which was nice, especially being, you know, cooped up in the house with all these problems in the world outside. I need something to forget my troubles. And I really like the graphics in this game. And so I went and bought the game after playing the trial for 3 hours. I bought the full game, and it was on special. So it was just good timing. And in this game, obviously, she has a backpack, and her weapons are showing, and you can drive all the vehicles. See, I've only found one vehicle that's a prop, and it's this little electric car that you actually can't drive. It's the only vehicle I've found that you can't actually just get into and drive. And you can do all this stuff right from the beginning. So if you do decide to try this game, just go down to this little island right here. This is a rebel island. It's friendly. They won't attack you. Most bases you land on are enemy bases, and they'll attack you. And this helicopter is available at the base right in the beginning of the game. This is a new character. I started it just to make this section of the video here. Once you do the first mission, you're at the base, and this helicopter is there. And you can fly down to that island I showed you. And they have a helicopter that has rockets. I mean, you can get better helicopters later in the game. You can buy stuff. You can just buy ammo if you want. Not like in Destiny where you have to have a special mod on your underpants just to like find ammo.
Was that note an E or an F sharp? F sharp?
See, it says
Thanks.
Overseer
I
Rockets.
think I've cracked this.
So it's the same helicopter. It's just that the driver can shoot rockets. Other helicopters, you know, and other vehicles, you know, it's a co-op game. You can have 4 people playing together. And other vehicles, you need somebody on the gun. But that helicopter, you can fire it yourself if you're playing solo. And then there's this drone that they give you. I love this thing. It's like you can actually look at the base and figure out what you're going to do, and it flies around. And, you know, the Division 2 had a drone, but you send it out on your own. You send it out on its own, and it just flies away from you. This is like you look through the camera, and you can, like, actually surveil the area, which is really super cool. And this is a lot of what you do in this game. You take these bases, you take over bases. This little drone tells you who's who. There's a lot of snipers on this particular base. Usually there's not this many snipers. This base has a lot of snipers for some reason. This is kind of a difficult base. So it's kind of a stealth game. I guess Ghost, Recon, you know, you're a ghost, so you can't be seen, you're invisible. It's like you're supposed to sneak in and take over this base, supposed to infiltrate the base, whatever it is, whatever they're talking about there. There's my last sniper there. So you can see that it's easy to spend hours in this game, especially after you take one base. It's a huge map, and you can go anywhere you want. Any vehicle you can find, you can drive. And it's kind of a challenge for me because I don't usually play stealth games. You know, it's like, okay, but you don't have to play stealth. You can just steal a helicopter and just like unleash holy fury on the base. See how it goes. Oops, you're not supposed to kill civilians, but sometimes they're standing right next to the enemy, so you kind of have to strafe into your shot with the helicopters. Doesn't really aim that well, and even if this had lock-on rockets, they don't lock onto the people. They only lock onto vehicles and stuff. But as you can see, it's still super fun. Just make sure you take out your snipers before you attack with the helicopter, because the snipers will shoot you down. Ooh, that was a good one. Did you see that? So a lot of the bases look like this. You know, there's different styles, different types. I think the graphics are really good. These levels are really well made. And like I said, you can use all these different vehicles. And did I mention the drone? Yeah, there's this little drone that you use. I love this thing. It's like super cool. Look, there she is using the drone. Isn't that cool? Look, it looks like she's playing a PSP. Look. So that's it. I hope you have a good game to play during the lockdown, and that everything goes good for you. See you next time.